Hey everybody, it is Budget Pumpkin and today is payday. It is Friday, May 5th, and we are going to do a budget with me for the next 2 weeks. Hi everybody, my name is Wendy and this is my channel, Budget Pumpkin. I'm on a journey to becoming debt-free, and I'm going to do that by making better financial decisions, one baby step at a time. On this channel, we're going to talk about things like budgeting, cash stuffing, planning, dealing with debt, and some savings challenges. If you'd like to follow along, please subscribe, like, and make a comment in the video. Thanks for being here. Okay, so this is our May bill calendar. I've already filled this out. And this is what we look like. So here's today. We've gotten paid on the 5th. So out of this check, we need to pay our gas and electric bill, our water bill, our cell phone bill, save $75. I treat this like a bill. Car insurance, $300, car payment, $300, and that's all we have to pay until we get paid again. For bills, for our credit cards, we have to cover credit card number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 is paid off, and number 6 and number 7 and 8 are paid off. So we're going to see how that looks on our budget sheet. So this is our cash flow worksheet from last paycheck, and here will be the one from this paycheck. So our pay period, we have to cover from May 5th. I'm trying to see where if I should scoot you in a little bit more. So we're going to cover from May 5th to May 18th. Okay, and this budget sheet is available in the shop. It is a digital download with some other sheets that are going to help you budget. So the first thing we talk about, we can't budget until we know what we brought in. So our income, I usually color that one green. And hubby and I, we both we get paid bi-weekly and we get paid on the same day. So hubby, he got $1,825.51. I got $1,787.47. So altogether we have $3,612.98 to budget. So the next place we go is our bills, which are pink. Okay, so I gotta write this down here. $3,612.98. And I do have this written off screen that I'm going over this with you. I'm not that great at math, so this helps to have it pre-written. So on the 5th, we have to pay our gas and electric. Where I'm at, that is combined into one bill, and that's $250. On the 10th, we have to pay our water bill, and that is $40 per month. On the 11th, I have to pay our cell phones, and that is $300. I actually have a little bit of a credit with the cell phone company right now. I think, I'm actually paying more than what the bill is each month. But I've been budgeting this for so long, and my husband's phone's getting really bad, so I think we're gonna just keep paying this, and when we have enough of a credit balance, we're just gonna get him a new phone, and then just kind of like get it out right. So that way we'll be able to get it out right instead of having to pay a monthly rental fee, which in the long run, we usually keep our phones longer than we need to. So in the long run, that'll actually save us some money. On the 15th, we do our savings of $75. We also put away for our car insurance on the 15th. And that's $300. We put the money for the car insurance. We actually don't pay this every month. We pay it every 6 months. So we get a big discount for that, almost a whole month for paying it all at one time. So I always put money aside for it each month, and then just pay it every 6 months. And then on the 16th, we have our car payment, and that's $300 as well. Now, if you add all of these up, it actually comes up to $1,265. And I didn't write it out like I did last month. I was trying to calculate like what 1/2 month of bills is. So if we look at last month, 1/2 of a month of bills for box number 2 is $1,228, and $1,000 for our credit cards. So what I did was, last month, or last paycheck, we had a surplus, right? So last paycheck, I saved $50 in this bill category, and I saved $350 in this credit card category. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna use, and I've been doing this for a while, so I have a little bit more in there than this, but we're gonna, from our savings, for this specifically, we're going to take $37. So we have $1,228 for a half of a month. And you're going to see the same thing happen in the credit cards. So let's see, the credit cards are blue. Oh, and I'm highlighting, let's see, there we go. So you can see that now. So this goes here. Sorry, my chair likes to creak, so I apologize if it's bothering you. On 5/8, we have credit card number 2 for $300. On 5/13, we have credit card number 3 is $650. Also on the 13th, we have credit card number 4 for $300. And then on the 14th, we have credit card number 6 for $100. So if we add all of these up, it actually adds up to $1,350. But again, we had saved that $350 from last paycheck because we knew we were going to need it, so we didn't spend it. And this is why you have to be so concerned about cash flow. That's why I call this a monthly or paycheck cash flow worksheet. You have to be able to cover what your bills you have until your next payday. But if your bills are not spread evenly over the month, then you're going to have times where, like here, if I would have spent this extra $400, I would not have had this money for this check when I need it. So it's better to save and hit that target than spend it and then come up short your next check. I think that's where a lot of people, if you're not a month ahead, where you're like, a month ahead would be the money you made in May pays for June's bills. So if you're not a month ahead and you're paycheck to paycheck, then you have to make sure your cash flow is right, because if it's not, I could have spent that extra money and said, oh, I have this extra money, spend it, and then I would be short for this paycheck or scrambling or not paying something. And I think that's one of the big ways that people get behind. So we're going to take from our savings on this one. So we're going to take $350 off, and so our total here is $1,000. And we'll put that in here. That's how that looks. Subscriptions are purple. And we are going to put away $150 out of this check towards subscriptions. I have to go back through my subscriptions. It's something I've been meaning to do. And also I need to call my phone bill, find out how much it really should be. And I think I have a credit balance on my internet bill, actually. So I need to call and find out about that as well. It's just, you know, getting the time to do it. Okay. Sinking funds. We had a tiny bit of overspending, but I was able to use my side hustle money to cover that. So we really don't have any overspending per se, which is actually really good for us. And I really only had to use like $50 from my side hustle money, which is good too, because usually we're a few $100s, but we've really been trying to be careful. But what I did was I took our sinking funds and I put $34.98. And these amounts are reduced, and I'll tell you why when we get to this next box here. So that's what we're keeping in the bank for our sinking funds. And then our sinking funds that are cash are orange. And we are, groceries is staying the same. I do $150 a week, which is $300 per pay. Gas, we've been good on gas at $100 a week. He gets 40 and I get 60. So $200 for gas. We're good there. Hubby, wifey, and then date night. So we're giving that $250. So usually I do 100, 100, 100. I'm actually doing 100, 150 for date night, just because we have this another thing to pay for. And then our Christmas fund gets $100, and then the other holidays I'm going to fill out of our next check. And then this is we have a new fund for the next 10 paychecks, a surgery fund of $350. And all told, this adds up to $1,200. So the story behind this, and this is part of the reason why I wasn't around at the beginning of the year, is I found out that I have to have a surgery. I'm not going to have it until September. And so, as most of you know, when I started the channel in September, I'd started a new job in August. And I don't get FEMLA protection for like a year. So I was doing all these medical checks. I needed to have a surgery, but we need to make sure that everything's gonna be okay. If it wasn't, because we had to do like checks for cancer and different stuff like that. So I am glad to say that all my pathology was negative, that I don't have any kind of cancer, but I still have to have a surgery. So that's going to be in September. And so you don't get FEMLA protection, family medical and leave if you're not in the States. You don't get that protection until you've been with the company for a year. At least that's the information I got in my company. I've always worked at small companies and I've never had FEMLA protection, so this is the first time I'm dealing with it. So I'm waiting until then to get FEMLA, and then I do have short-term disability insurance, which is great, but it only pays 50%. And so I am planning on being off for 6 weeks. But with the time that I have to be off, it falls like between pay periods, and so I'm going to get probably about 4 checks or 8 weeks that it's going to affect, that I'm only going to get like 50% pay. So we've really buckled down, and we have to put away $350 for the next 10 paychecks, so this one and 9 more. And then that way we are going to have money to cover my lost income. This has nothing to do with the paying for the surgery or anything like that. This is just to cover lost income, because I only get 50% off of FEMLA. So this is going to be a crazy thing, but we're back and we're in the saddle. So we're going to finish up this sheet, and then I'll finish up our budget with me. So all of these add up to $3,612.98, and we balance to 0. My husband and I, we do a zero-based budget. So what that means is every dollar that comes in gets a job. It might be a savings job, it might be a, paying a bill or whatever. But every penny is accounted for and put to use, which is the premise of a zero-based budget. And on a zero-based budget, you don't forecast. I kind of do like a basic budget where I kind of estimate what we have going on. But when I actually budget out my money, I do a cash flow worksheet, because then that way we see what we actually have and what we actually brought home, and then we budget from there. So my husband and I, until I have my surgery, we're both going to try and pick up some extra hours and do some extra work. I'm going to try and work at the side hustles a little bit more to bring in an extra little bit of money, so that way we can either save it to put on cards, save it for my medical bills, or save it for the surgery fund. So that's that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my accountability partners and being along with me on this journey. I am so grateful for all of you, and I'm glad that I'm back. I'm sorry I missed the first few months of the year, but there was a lot going on. So thank you for being here. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. We do zero-based budgeting and saving challenges and things of that nature, and cash stuffing and budgeting. And I needed this. I needed you guys here for me to do this. So even my husband noticed. He was like, you haven't done your videos in a while. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I haven't. So that's why I started posting again a couple weeks ago. So thank you for all the positive messages that everyone who has left me so far. So thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day.